first time doing full motion capture. No, I did a character in Rockstar's L.A. Noire.
Oh, what's the character?
Dr. Harlan Fontaine.
Oh, nice.
He's a very sweet, kind, and loving man.
Yeah.
No, he's the opposite of that.
The opposite of that.
Just like the character I'm playing in Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
A very gentle, loving, gracious.
We all believe that.
Yeah. That's what I feel inside.
Yeah, that's what you feel. You don't know what the gamers feel about that.
Oh, I know how they feel. Yeah.
What do you think the gamers think about your role as Micah? Do they hate you? Do they
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I get a lot of comments on social media. I hate you. Hope you die. If I see you, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
That's what my friends yesterday told me. Punch him.
Yeah.
Pardon me, but
No. You can go. Give it. You know what? No. Okay. All right. I particularly like the scene where Dutch, played by Ben, Dutch and I sort of have this lovely little slow dance together. It's one of the sort of side missions that is very hard to come across.
Really?
Yeah, but you end up in the middle of the woods. I don't know if it's in the Grizzlies or whatever, but you see Dutch, and Arthur sees Dutch, and he's with someone.
Yeah.
And it's Micah.
Okay.
And they're slow dancing together, and the snow is falling, and it's beautiful. And in Arthur's mind, there's this sort of lovely music that's playing. And then, everything kind of turns into this big gunfight, and you kind of forget about it. But it's one of my favorites. It's there. I'm not kidding you. It's definitely there, I think.
You think? Yeah.
It's not there.
What? I don't know.
Maybe.
Could be there.
Let the gamers search for it.
It may just be something that runs through my head all the time,
maybe,
but I don't
maybe
know.
it's like a cut from the game.
Yeah, it may have been cut.
Yeah, maybe. We don't know. Maybe.
I remember it fondly, though. What's the best character?
Yeah. Other than you.
Well, then I got nothing.
You got nothing?
No.
It's only me. It's only me.
Well, I don't know. I got a couple of the other guys playing the parts are over there behind the camera now, so that's not really fair. So it's definitely I guess it would be Arthur, okay. And then no, I mean Dutch.
You mean?
John? I mean John.
Like all of the team.
Yeah, all of them. They're all great. Yeah.
Get out of here!
Before the camera rolling, you said to me that the second game is way better than the first one, and like 1,000 points.
Yeah.
So can you tell me three, one of them?
Well, I think one of the obvious is that I don't want to take anything away from the first game because I think
it's of course it's a good game, but it's you can consider it an old game.
And so, I think that's more what I'm talking about in terms of being better. There are so many more opportunities to interact with different heads in this game, and so many different options that you have as a player.
Yeah.
Which I think elevates the quality of the game, and it's very lifelike in the sense where you have to create a bond with your horse, and if you don't, and you're in a hairy situation, that horse may take off when you need it. And so you have to really invest the time you have to provide for the gang. You have to get them food and get them money, and So I think that makes the person playing the game really feel personally, I guess, accountable to the game, and I think that creates something that you want to do what you need to do in Red Dead Redemption, but in Red Dead Redemption 2, you really want to do it. And I think that's really a deeper, more full experience for the player.
I teach acting, and I work on camera, and with respect to voice acting, which is a very noble profession, I always want, when I have the opportunity, to let people know that how we captured Red Dead was not voice acting. It was performance capture.
Yeah, performance capture.
So we when you say voice acting, it evokes this idea of
talking and acting at the same time. But
well,
it's
that we're not all
different.
together. That we're each one of us alone in a booth reading off of a script, and we weren't. We were all together, working as an ensemble together for nearly 5 years.
What do you think about the realism? How does it affect the game? Like
the realism?
Yeah, the realism.
I think that there is a sincerity to the way that the story is told in the Red Dead series across the board that I hope, and it seems from the feedback we've gotten.
Yeah. Is it a good feedback, right?
It's been pretty good feedback. People seem to like the game.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased about that. But I think the realism allows this sort of very epic, nearly operatic story of Arthur Morgan to be told.
What's the most hated character, not a person, a character in the game?
Peter Blomquist.
Why?
The most hated, character.
Yeah,
Micah.
Micah. He just said his real name.
Yeah, but he pronounces it Bloomquist.
Bloomquist.
He's wrong.
He's wrong.
It's Peter Blomquist. Yeah. The most hated.
Is there any like a line or a quote in the game you like the most?
Yes.
Which is?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you.
Why?
Because it.
Like spoiler or something?
Yeah, it's there's two, listen, the lines we all got to, the writing on this game is spectacular.
Really?
So, oh yeah.
Like how big the scripts were?
I had the first 3 week shoot that I had.
Only 3 weeks?
I'm not sure how much detail I can offer,
okay.
but it was over 5 years. But we would be on a schedule, so you'd have some time down and then you'd come back and but I think I had 95 pages to memorize for the first shoot we did. It's a lot.
Do they know you? And I knew you for the first game. Like, do they call you? We want you to do this character, or like you went like on auditions?
Oh no! They called. They didn't say what it was. I had a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
But they called.
You know, like Rockstar Games. Do you have a knowledge about the game industry? I mean.
Oh yeah, no. I had done voice acting for a game called Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
That's back in the day.
Way
That's
back.
Way
in
back.
The day, yeah. But I was just a couple of pedestrians you'd run into on the street.
Okay.
And then I did Red Dead, and then I did L.A. Noire as well, but I was cut out of L.A. Noire pretty much.
For like a special reason, or? Like
I'm sure it was because I was terrible.
So you know that. You admit it.
No. I'm not sure. Who knows? You work as much as you can, and you get cut out as little as you can.
It's up to
but
them,
yeah, it's not up to you.
You can't do nothing. What is the thing you like the most about being Arthur?
Whew, gosh, I was Arthur for 5 years, and we worked doing it in performance capture, and what's so weird is that once everyone got to get a whiff of what the game actually was and started to see our work, our job was done. So, to answer your question, I guess it would depend when we were working at it, it's always a joy to work. The joy is always in the doing. And as a working actor, there's no better reward than to be able to just work in a really fulfilling environment and to be able to do good stuff with good people. But since it's come out, the best thing about being Arthur, I guess, would be just
being a good man, maybe?
Well, people coming out to me and telling me how much of an effect that the game has had on them, and these amazing stories that people have decided to take the time out of their day to reach out to me and say how much
Did you predict
playing
that?
as Arthur. Not on this level, no. And it's kind of
amazing,
overwhelming because I'm really grateful, and that that I, as an artist, I was able to do something that is enjoyed by so many people. It's not something I had properly anticipated. But you know what else is cool is that since it's come out, I've also been able to play as myself.
Yeah.
Which is pretty weird.
Why?
It's kind of meta, you know. It's on
Too
many
much
levels.
realistic?
Yeah, well, and then not enough realistic too.
No.
It's like too real in one way, and then not. It's like I'm playing in a different dimension or something.
Is it your first time doing performance acting, or even an actor in a TV show or maybe a movie?
Not in a TV show or a movie. I did do one video game before with mocap years ago. Game called,
Only a mocap?
It was performance capture, but I was a minor character in a game called Shell Shock 2. And I was a guy called Sergeant Griffin, and I was also several zombies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can relate.
It's fun being a zombie.